The Proverbs of King Solomon, chapter 14. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. He that walketh in his uprightness feareth the Lord, but he that is perverse in his ways despiseth him. In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the ox. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A scorner seeketh wisdom, and findeth it not. But knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. Go from the presence of a foolish man, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. The heart knoweth his own bitterness, and a stranger doth not intermeddle with his joy. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. A wise man feareth, and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth, and is confident. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich hath many friends. He that despiseth his neighbor sinneth, but he that hath mercy on the poor, happy is he. Do they not err that devise evil? But mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. A true witness delivereth souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his Maker, but he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. The wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous hath hope in his death. Wisdom resteth in the heart of him that hath understanding, but that which is in the midst of fools is made known. Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him that causeth shame. Proverbs 14 exposes one of the most dangerous illusions in life, the belief that what feels right must be right. It shows us that wisdom is not about intelligence or emotion, but about alignment with truth, discipline, and long-term consequence. Many people today are driven by impulse, validation, and temporary comfort. But this chapter reminds us that every decision carries a direction, and that direction always has an end. The text contrasts two paths constantly, the wise and the foolish. The wise are intentional. They observe, reflect, and adjust their behavior based on understanding. The foolish, on the other hand, react. They speak too quickly, trust too easily, get angry too fast, and move through life without awareness. In modern life, this looks like making emotional decisions in relationships, chasing quick success without effort, or ignoring warning signs simply because something feels good. One of the most powerful insights here is that not everything that looks right leads to life. In a world full of opinions, trends, and external influences, it's easy to confuse confidence with correctness. But wisdom requires pause. It requires questioning your own path, your habits, and your motives. It requires the humility to admit you might be wrong before life proves it painfully. The chapter also highlights emotional control. A person who cannot manage anger, envy, or pride will eventually destroy their own stability. In today's reality, this shows up in broken relationships, poor decisions, and internal chaos. But a sound heart, a stable emotional state, creates strength, clarity, and resilience. Another key lesson is the value of consistent effort. It reminds us that real progress comes from work, not talk. Many people plan, dream, and speak, but never act. Wisdom is action aligned with purpose. Finally, Proverbs 14 teaches that how you treat others, especially the vulnerable, reflects who you truly are. Compassion, integrity, and truth are not optional traits. They are foundations of a life that stands firm. In a practical sense, this chapter calls you to slow down, observe your patterns, control your reactions, and choose your path with intention. Because in the end, your life is not shaped by what you feel in the moment, but by the direction you consistently choose. If you want more wisdom from Proverbs, return tomorrow for chapter 15.